Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gravity Throttle Racing.
Hi everyone, welcome to build number 8. I got a working train. I'm so excited. Started with this track. And there goes my train. Let's get into it. If you're going to build a train layout, you got to begin with a base like that chipboard you see and put cork on top of it. I glue the cork on it, and then the train track goes on top and you attach that on top of the cork. You got to cut the train rails. So I use a Dremel tool, and that silver nickel rail is pretty easy to cut. They're not all the same, and I've got to make sure that my turns look good, so trimming it down and cutting it, and then come the clips to tie the train track together one at a time. And this is flex track. So as you can see in the background, I've already sort of curved it to flex in the direction I want the train to go. And then I will drill a hole, a very small hole, in the railroad tie. And I will nail in a tack rail. I'll do this all along the flex track to guide it in the direction and smoothly in the direction I want it to go. Once that's all done, I need to make sure that the transitions work well and that the cars don't jump off the track. At this point, I've laid all the track. The next step is to wire it. Look carefully, you'll see a wire. It follows underneath the track. There's two wires that follow the entire loop. The red is the hot wire, and the black is the common. I will use 14-volt DC, direct current, and then those are called Scotch locks. So I loop together the track, tie it together with the Scotch locks, and here's more of an illustration. The foreground, the red wire in the foreground, is part of the loop. And that other pigtail behind it is a feeder wire. That feeder wire goes up through the bottom of the track, and I solder it to the rail. So I have to solder the red and the black to the outside of the rails. This provides power. I have to do it every 6 feet. Then I take the leads from the bus wire, and you can see I attach them here. And then those wires, in this case the black and white wire, go to the transformer. This transformer is pretty cool. You can set it up for 2 different power sources. I've set it all up, turn it on, and my train is working. And it runs with Bluetooth, which is really pretty cool. As you can see, I'm just controlling it. Hit the reverse bell and slowly guide it into reverse. Sorry about the camera noise, that's my gimbal getting noisy. Once I got up the courage, I started that locomotive, wanted to go all the way around, make sure it worked. Down the hill, back up the hill, and then around the turn, and boy, when I thought everything was working great, I hit a switch and it knocked it off. Turns out it was a simple fix. I had one rail that was a little off center, so I pulled 3 cars up the hill. Then I pulled 5 cars up the hill. Locomotive's working. Pulled 9 cars up the hill. And my hopes of seeing it work came true. This locomotive's pretty powerful. Of course, you can see now that as it entered that switch, it went through nice and smooth. I think we're ready for some racing. So here's an example, we're to the point now I'm trying to figure out when to release the cars so they'll actually jump the train. Looking good, and it looks like Claire Bear is the first to jump the train and go under the train. And she's looking good. Oh, that other Camaro's coming in. Looks like she pushed it aside. Here comes that orange Ford Focus. Boy, I'm really going to have a racing season, aren't I? And as you can see down here at the lower section, I've worked on my modified egg beater. I'm going to come up with a new name for it. There it is. Here's another race. Things are looking pretty good for the first 3 up top. Now watch the white car get spun around. First one to jump reverse over the train. Maybe they should get extra credit. Looking pretty good, quite a bit ahead. And here come the other cars chasing after it. And I'm pretty pleased, again, with the way that they're going over this rough section. Whoa, the Camaro just barely made it. And there, in reverse, over the jump. This is a fun battle. Look at the Camaros fighting each other. The 71 Camaro is like, no, you're not passing. I really have to become a better commentator than that, huh? And as they hit, I think I might call this the Scrambler. Maybe you guys can help me come up with a name for that lower section. Now watch this. Watch Ewan pass the blue Lancia Evo on the outside. More racing. I think I put the Evos up here, yeah, with Captain Yasamura. Here's some good drifting. Look at the Evos get really quite far ahead, and then you can see Ewan McLightsaber has jumped the silver boxcar. And I'm wondering if I'm thinking about giving cars extra credit when they jump over a certain boxcar, like maybe an extra point. So he comes in third, sliding across on his hood, but maybe he should get an extra point for jumping the right boxcar. Maybe you guys can give me your thoughts. Now watch this. Both Evos looking real good. They jump over the caboose. And what if jumping over the caboose is 2 extra points? I'd like to know your thoughts about that too. See that little love tap there? Everyone, thank you for all your support, the comments. Really appreciate it. So excited about my train. It gives new meaning to the phrase, are you tracking?